everybody.
Welcome back
Hello.
to session 11. I can't believe we're like getting real hyped into them double digits. It's very exciting. But yeah, welcome back to Intelligence Save, everybody. This is a
What happened?
He dropped his mic or something. No audio.
This is a...
there we go. Did it. Welcome back. Jesus Christ.
Rated R stream.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Stream out and play.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I was not aware of this.
Technically, saying the F word more than once counts as rated R.
okay.
So fuck.
No.
Fuck.
Oh.
I used our fucks.
Say it.
I used our fucks.
Behold the
I
field
don't-
where I grow with our Fs. There is none there.
I don't have any
You're
left
not
to
on your
give.
channel. You don't have
Man.
to be perfect.
So we're here, session 11 of Intel. God, I'm in a zone today, my guys. Bearbot,
chaos.
thank you for the biddies.
Whoa.
Appreciate that, buddy.
Bearbot,
So I guess before we get into the episode proper, we're diving into some channel announcements. So we'll start with schedule. Next week is going to be a little interesting. We're bringing Commune and Chill back to the table. So we're going to be back Wednesday mornings at 11:30 a.m. Central Time for Commune and Chill. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet, but we're going to do something. It's going to be fun. It's going to be vibey, and we're going to be relaxing, just having a good time. And then Thursday is still Bertome Brunch, but it is going to be moved over to Parker Bliss's channel for our run of Dream Daddy, which is going to be a feral and very sexy mess. So please,
Just remember to go for the hot chunky boy.
that's exactly what I'm planning on.
Stealthy. I see
Stealthy's
that
like-
shirt and that face.
Stealthy's like, well. And then after that, we have the Nuzlocke stream. We have our Emerald Nuzlocke now on Saturdays, and no INT save next week. But you can catch me over at the Welcome Inn doing their Cosplayground show, where we're doing some pirate stuff. We're doing some spooky lighthouse piratey things. I'll be DMing over there next Sunday, so it'll be a lot of fun. And with that, socials is the best way to stay up to date on all things Commune and everything we do here. Best way to see some fun little highlights and things of that nature. We have our YouTube channel where you can come check out past videos, catch up if you're behind, and just have a good time, enjoy the serotonin all over again. And we have our goal for the month. We are 6 friends away from hitting goal for the month, which is really cool. We're breaching that 200 followers pretty quick here. So exciting shit. But before we get into the adventure proper, let's introduce our players. Start with Lacey. Go hog wild, dude.
I saw it. Oh no.
I hate who we are.
Actually, did you know that that's a frat boy's favorite way to cut wood?
Saw, dude.
I saw it. I'm CertifiableNerd, aka Lacey. That's my name. I was confused for a second. You can find me on most social medias under that tag, CertifiableNerd. And I'm on some whack shit energy today. Have fun.
Hello.
Snap.
I'm iSnap Plastic.
Yep.
I build Gundams and other plastic model kits over on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, all under I_snap_plastic. I play Torch.
Are you okay?
I felt like I needed to balance.
All right. Shop.
He told me to go
I
hog
am-
wild.
I did.
Hello, I am Shop Goblin. Why do frogs taste like beer?
Oh, for
Because they're full of hops.
I don't understand that. You'll have to explain it to me later.
Beer is made from a grain called hops.
Plug yourself
What?
before I kick
Frogs
you from the
jump all
Zoom
the
call.
I thought it was barley.
I am Shop Goblin _. You can find me on all sorts of social media like that. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and I'm gonna be playing Asher.
These fucking puns are gonna kill me.
Not a
Stealthy.
pun, it's a dad joke.
Go ahead.
Oh man, I love it here. Anyway, Hi, I'm StealthyStormy. This is my third D&D game today.
You're a
Woo!
fucking madman, dude.
Your bot is fucked up, Alec.
Anyway,
Look what it did. Look what it did.
Did anyone else hear him say your
Wait, what?
bod? As in your
That's-
body?
It shouted me out when I put in Stealthy's thing.
It did. That was very weird.
that is weird. Anyway, I'm StealthyStormy.
Yeah.
If you can find me on TikTok and as StealthyStormy and Instagram as Stormy's Rogue Miniatures. I primarily live on Department of Adventures channel where I do Wednesday nights, Might Night, and then Saturday nights I do Department of Adventures with a crazy crew of TikTokers over there.
Hell yeah.
And then Sunday mornings I do Curse of Strahd on the A9 channel. So it's fun. I'm torturing them. It's great.
Torturing.
And then I'm here on Sunday evenings. Whoa! Anyway, but I'm playing Addison Stonebridge tonight.
You are indeed. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Alec. I'm here, I guess.
Last time on Intelligence Save.
No, we're gonna do that. We go previously on Intelligence Save.
So, I am the Dungeon Master for Intelligence Save. I'm also a variety streamer here on Twitch. So I do a lot of fun stuff from Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke to D&D campaigns, all of the above. Lacey, shut up! So...
What?
Lacey's just going off.
I'm sorry, your call could not be completed as dialed. Please try again.
So, last we left off in the world of Aosha, on the continent of Zendrix, our party, the Brass Flowers, I almost said the Bass Flowers. What the fuck is wrong with me today?
Astro Shop.
Chaos.
So,
Your
the-
one shop.
the Brass Flowers had a tough fight in the city square of Yelenor at the hands of one Ophelio, also known as Raphael, who was a once associate of Addison Stonebridge, and Asher knew him as some of the help in the Stonebridge household. After this,
But really, he's secretly a dick.
yep. So after a long fight and trading words and secrets revealed, the party had a bit of reconnecting and grounding that needed to be done before the hunt for the Ember Prince truly began. Addison had conversations with King Nadal. Vosk had conversations with Asher. Barry and Runehorn made a contingency plan, and Torch talked with Illustrae about doubts and what would be the way to move forward. With that, our crew has gotten into their cart and has made their way forward. So, you guys got a month. Got a monthy to travel Wavel, dude.
A month to travel, like 2 days. Why did we leave this early?
You guys said you wanted to leave. You left. It is a month. No, a month's worth. It is a month's worth of travel. Like, it's about 3.5 weeks.
Aren't we going to off theater?
No, you're going to Elm Thalas.
What?
Oh, I thought we were going to off theater.
No,
No.
we're going to the other side of Zendrix.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Got it.
We're in Yelenor, and we're going to Emphalas.
No, you're going to the other. You're going
Why
to the
did
other
we
side
take
of
a
town.
cart?
Why
I
are we
feel
not
like
taking a boat?
Would have been faster.
We're taking a boat down
No,
to
all
somewhere.
the boats were destroyed. Douchebag
This
pirates
was explained.
settled the boats. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was.
You weren't paying attention.
You were there.
No,
Can I
it
get
probably
a-
was, but it's been
Oh,
over
dear.
a month.
Can you
Can
get a
I
what?
get a refresher on my brain? When does the Ember Prince
Sorry, my
take
brain.
control? I can't remember.
The coronation ceremony is in a month. It'll take you
3
guys approximately 3 weeks to get to Elm Thalas.
That's why we're leaving now.
Yes.
Exactly.
Got it.
So we should have about a week.
To prep, set up camp, and explore the stories of Shazzos and his followers burning down camps and other.
Elmthalos is also where the entrance to the Underdark is, right?
It is
Area?
there is an entrance to the Underdark.
Well, then
but
let's
the,
make like a
one that
satyr
we
and
knew
hoof it.
of before the
You-
last.
Addison saw a few there are entrances. Actually, give me a history check, Addie.
Ooh.
History
check.
Just to double check and see what you know.
Dirty
All I
20.
know is right
Dirty
now
20.
Asher and Barry are leaning over a sketchbook arguing about aesthetics
So,
versus function.
you know that there are surface level entrances to the Underdark in Elmthalas, Nith Manor, Ley Asari, and in Ofthier. But those are the ones that are accessible through the surface on Zendrix.
Okay.
So, yes. All right. So, is there anything you guys want to do? You have some time. We'll play it kind of fast and loose with time and what we're doing here.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to inquire about a ship in Shah Athel to go the remainder of the distance? Will that save us any time at all?
Distance.
So,
Brave the odds.
if you want, you want to travel to Shah Athel and see if you can acquire a ship.
Well, I'm looking at the map, and
Yeah.
if the plan is to traverse, I'm looking at these mountains that scare me next to Ley Asari.
Okay.
So if we stop in Shah Athel, and then can we charter a cruise?
You could. You would have to go there and see what that process would be like, but I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do so.
I propose that to the group to see what everyone else thinks.
Okay, role play away.
So, my rump is already sore from riding this cart. How do you all feel about booking a charter in Shah Athel up to complete the rest of our journey? Or do we want to brave the treacherous mountain pass of Ley Asari?
The dwarf in me says no see, but that is just partially because I like mountains. So I'm down for whatever I think.
What does Addison know about kind of the layout of that pass between of their route? Because Nadal had mentioned a route for them to take.
The you're talking about the route from Yelenor to Elmthalas?
Yeah.
Or okay, so you want to see what you know about it?
Yeah, because Nadal had mentioned that there was a place that they were going to try to get board on a ship to go the rest of the way.
Give me a history check.
When I go up.
25.
You would charter that ship in Shah Athel. So what Torch was saying would track what the information that you have from Nadal.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like Nadal was saying we'd just charter a ship in Shathel.
Oh.
I'm gonna start
Okay.
a 5-minute timer.
Yep, thank you.
Well, gosh darn, that sounds like a root tootin' good idea.
Can I die?
You can.
I've actually said that sentence unironically.
I've actually said things that I want to happen. Yeah, so you would know that is the way to get a charter ship. It is going to be costly, especially in with the attacks on port cities. They might upcharge for a nicer ship that's a little more fortified, but it's possible.
I mean, we could technically probably get a discount if we offered to act as security for the ship upon attack.
That's to be
We kind of have some specialty in stabby.
That
boom,
is
booms.
to be seen. So I need you guys. Who is taking watch at what point? We'll say that this is for week 1. Who's taking a morning? Who's taking a midday? And who's taking a night watch?
Night.
So
Night.
this would be whoever is sitting.
Whoever is manning the
Shotgun,
cart,
essentially?
yeah, and keeping watch.
Addie
will
will
take morning.
So
midday.
Addie and Barry, so Addie is midday. Barry, you're in the morning. Asher, do you want to group up with anybody?
For the first week, I'd probably ride with Torch
At night?
Yeah, just so that he can focus on being able to see while I'm steering the vehicle.
Okay, so Barry, go ahead and give me perception checks. Give me...
How many?
Give me 2 to start.
If my D&D Beyond will work.
Never.
First one is 15.
Okay, and then what is the second one?
I have no idea. 17.
17. Okay. Alrighty. And then Addison, go ahead and give me 2 perception checks.
First one's a 14.
14?
Second one's 24.
24. Okay. And then I will say, Torch, go ahead and give me 2 perception checks with advantage since Asher is assisting. You don't need to focus as much on manning the cart versus just looking at what is on your trail.
2 dirty 20s.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, well, oops. There we go. I cussed.
Oh, we get a free health potion.
No, you don't. So the mornings for you, Barry, are completely uneventful. You see a vast collection of wildlife, stuff that is not as familiar to you. You've been in Zendrix for a while, but exploring the wildlands is not really your shtick. So you do see a big collection of megafauna and creatures that look more intimidating than they actually are. You see a few large bison-like creatures that have these big 3-tiered horns that kind of scale back, these big woolly-like creatures that kind of roam these dense forest-like areas. Hey, thank you for the raid of 7. Welcome in. We're just starting some D&D. Thanks for popping in and hanging out. Happy to see you. So yeah, a lot of wildlife. You do see collections of wyverns taking the sky. They're quite small, but you see that they are in a bit of... they are in hunting formation. You can see that they're jumping low to the ground, scooping up some smaller like rabbits and things like that, going back up and being fairly... Some of them are a little interested in like the horse. They kind of size up a little bit, but you know, the horses you guys have from Corthair Castle are quite sightly. They're more like war horses. So they're just like, nah, actually, screw this. No, thank you. All right, midday. Addie, you notice a lot of singed burn marks. As you're traveling deeper and deeper down the road, you see... And it's not on the outskirts of the, or like right on the edges of the road either. It's deeper inside. If you want to investigate a little further, give me an investigation check.
No, that's 10.
10?
I rolled a nat 1.
Some of Torch's cousins.
You do see...
You can curse now.
Fuck. You do see... so you do see... you can't tell at this point if it's bodies or if it's some sort of collection of things, but it looks like above the big black scorch marks are these bumps that don't seem like foliage and natural environment to you at that point in time. Is there anything you want to do with that?
Addie will draw everyone's attention to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Guys, particularly, guys, you might want to see this. It looks like someone's been burning bonfires or something.
That's unpleasant.
Perception check, since we're not actively being able to search through them.
Before anything else happens, though, Torch is going to put his hand on Asher and give him Vigilant Blessing. You have advantage on your next initiative roll.
With my switch over from Blade Singer, I don't actually think I need that.
You don't.
Thanks.
I poke Addy with it and give them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I get advantage on. I can give myself advantage on initiative now. That's a 21 perception check for Asher.
Nice.
Don't think that beats Addie's, but do I see anything else, or is it pretty much just it looks like mounds of ash?
You can see that these are campsites. They seem to be. They range in size, and you can tell. Give me a nature check. And all of you can do that.
The camps of an army of some size?
If you want to, go ahead and give me an investigation check and a nature check.
Well, it's a terrible nature check with a 4.
Okay.
And if it actually rolled that investigation check, come on. There it goes. Also a 4.
Siblings are on point today.
Wow, guys, I don't know what's
the
happening.
Siblings are like,
what kills me
trauma.
is Addie has a +9 to investigation. I rolled a 1.
I have a +2 on both of those.
You can tell that this seems to be a fairly domesticated area. You did see about a mile or two back signs for like camping. So that doesn't surprise you as much. You don't get the energy. There are no insignias or banners that signify any sort of like rebel group
it's just
or
very heavy.
It's camping. It's camping equipment. There's no like insignias on it. There's nothing detailing other than the fact that this is just camping equipment.
But it's not like set up tents. They're like collapsed.
They're collapsed.
Right?
You can imagine because they were burned. And yeah.
Well, I suppose we just need to keep an eye out. It just appears to be damaged camping equipment. There were signs back the ways about camping.
May I roll a nature check?
You can. You want to?
Thank you.
Our smart boy.
Barry spent 10 years in nature, so which
Asher
doesn't help because he got a 12.
Better than me.
This looks like recreational camping equipment. And as you're looking, you've become familiar with what burned flesh smells like through experiments.
Don't say what I think you're gonna say.
There
smell like pork.
Seems to be coming from where the tent is.
Barry's gonna just kind of keep going. I'll catch up. And he hops off the back of the cart and is gonna go run over to the tent.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I would like to investigate.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Addie slows the cart way down.
Yeah, you guys kind of come to a stop.
That's a 22.
22 investigation check. So you take some of the equipment you have on you and you push the tent upward, and you see 3 or 4 humanoid forms. Some larger, more mature looking, others not so.
You promised me you wouldn't make me cry.
I said backstory stuff I wouldn't do to you, but I said other stuff could happen.
Endgame. Aren't you burned out today?
No, apparently not.
Apparently not. And you can see just like different camping equipment, and it looks like they were. The site was burnt in their sleep. There was not enough time to realize what was happening and stop it.
While I'm investigating, do I find like any scraps of fabric or anything that may have charred off, or any inflammatory devices that might have been used to start the fire?
There's no source of ignition. As you search around, and I'll say with the 22, you do notice footsteps and hoof marks and other animal print walking deeper into the forest. But there is no, you're not seeing like any sort of torch or any sort of thing that could have lit this ablaze. So you through your investigation kind of imagine this is more arcane means, possibly.
Yeah, Barry's gonna run back to the cart.
Asher would have been walking up behind Barry. What size are all of these humanoids?
Like I said, 2 of them were like adult size. 2 of them were not. They're smaller.
Okay, so we're gonna assume 2 orcs and 2 halflings because it's emotionally less dramatic.
Is there enough left for Torch to cast Speak with Dead?
How long?
Isn't it like a minute?
You grant the semblance of life intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. Do they still have a mouth?
They do.
Torch is gonna cast Speak with Dead.
There's no time limit?
No.
It fails if the corpse was the target of this spell within the last 10 days. That's the only time limit it lists.
Okay. All right, so which one do you go to? It looks like there is a... if you get closer, I assume that you guys over this point have like kind of broken down the tent a little bit to like look and see what was inside.
Yeah.
Okay. There looks to be 2 women, and then upon investigation, they look to have been one was a tiefling, and the other was a half orc or an orc of some sort.
I'll question the tiefling.
Okay. What do you say?
Who did this to you?
He gets 5 questions.
Don't know. Could only smell the smoke. Didn't see anybody.
Why didn't you try to run away?
We couldn't open our tent. It was like we were trapped inside.
Where were you going?
Came here on vacation to relax.
Oh,
This is why you just stay home, folks.
We're in the middle of a panini, and now they're in the middle
right,
of a barbecue.
I've got one more to ask. Is there anything that you guys want to ask?
Asher's gonna kind of just like kneeling down where he's just like on his toes, kind of kneel down next to Torch. Did you hear anything before the fire started?
I woke up and I heard hooves and growling.
Hooves and growling.
Last question.
Yep.
Did you have anything that was worth taking?
No money. No jewelry. Nothing important. Just each other.
That's it. I'm out.
Okay.
This was murder for murder's sake, then, or somebody marking their path.
Senseless brutalization. That is what this is. If we want to go off track, we could easily follow these prints. Barry points out the line. But I have a feeling this involves the emerald prints.
Yeah, fire makes me think that it may be connected. Can I roll? This probably won't work out well the way we've been rolling. Could I roll survival to see if there are any hoof prints anywhere in the ash?
Barry just pointed out the line that he saw.
Yeah, I'm looking because they said hooves. I'm wanting to look specifically for for hoof prints, if that is allowed, DM.
Yeah. Like inside where the tent was?
Just in the area where any of this ash from the fire would have fallen.
Sure.
Just looking for hoof prints. That's underneath the little dice button, so I can't see what it is. 21.
You do notice hoof marks. At least that's what they look like at first glance. As you look a little closer, there seem to be parallel with where the hoof marks walk forward, just these faint drag lines on each side.
Drag lines like from wheels, or
it doesn't look like wheels. You see two to four, like kind of independent lines.
You son of a bitch!
What?
I think I know what came through here, and now I'm scared as hell. I don't remember what it's called, but I have an image in my head.
But yeah, so no, you see the hoof prints. What languages do you speak, Asher?
Dwarvish, Elvish, and Halfling.
Okay.
Asher would point the prints out. Hoof prints here, more drag marks, but because you said there's 3 to 4 parallel drag marks on each side.
Yeah.
Does Torch recognize them at all?
Torch does. Give me an Arcana or a History check.
Baba Booey.
Addie speaks all the same languages as Asher, except in addition to Infernal and Undercommon.
That's
Okay.
a very dirty 20.
Oh,
Nice,
God.
hell yeah.
Phew.
You've heard of druidic monstrosities.
Oh, for the love of why?
Creatures of imbalance and balance simultaneously. Coming to human settlements close to nature or campsites and burning them asunder in some sort of retribution for tainting nature's hold on the world.
So like Swamp Thing vibes from the DC universe. where-
Essentially.
Okay.
A little more malicious versus malevolent. But yes, similar enough.
As much as I would like to avenge these fine people, I think it would be best if we lay them to rest and then continue on, because we are kind of on a time crunch deadline.
I do think that's a good thing to do.
And once we go and we kill the Ember Prince, we can come back and kill these things, because that's... Yeah.
Okay.
Barry just kind of silently grabs his war pick and starts digging a hole.
So Torch explains what he understands this thing to have probably been, right? That was more directed at him.
Oh,
Are you
sure.
telling us what you think this is?
You would remember a name.
What was the name?
Monstrosity.
Nukalavi.
How do you spell that?
Nuklelavee.
I thought you said Hobby Lobby.
A true horror show. Hobby Lobby.
Torch is going to whisper to himself Nukalavi and then state what he said earlier about laying these fine folk to rest, continuing on, and then returning back this way and laying waste to whatever caused this.
Okay. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, for the love of God, why? I know it's the name of the show, but
Who?
that is
Torch?
okay. Y'all see the message thing, right? You see what happened there.
Yeah, nat 20.
Dirty 20. It was a very naughty 20.
Oh my God.
You've hit your word limit for the day.
No, I don't want any part of that. No, we're leaving here right now. Oh, Jesus.
What? Who?
We're not burying it. We're like Torch is now actively pushing people into the cart. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What?
I sent him a picture of what it is, what Torch would know it to be.
Asher is just kind of looking at all these bodies and... Do you think it will attack again? Somewhere else?
Probably. Let's go. Come on.
Then it's on us if it kills anyone else.
Asher.
Ice and Lead's job is not just to be spies. We are here to help protect people.
But we can't be everywhere in the world at once.
No, but we are here now.
Torch is gonna do this. He's like, compromise. We will continue on our assigned mission. I will send a message back to home base. They can dispatch a unit to handle this.
Barry finished digging the hole.
I'm
Good job,
give
Barry.
You a 20. I Snap, roll a d20, just a straight d20. Whichever one of us gets higher, that'll be if Torch convinces Asher.
What is this, a persuasion
hard.
check?
I just rolled a natural one.
Oh, I got
I'm
12.
literally trying to figure out if Asher would consider this. So
I win. Victory's mine. Get in the cart.
send the message and confirm they'll send a unit as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
Okay, who are you sending a message to?
I'm gonna send it to.
We only know like 3 people in the capital.
I know. I'm trying to decide because, like,
Send it to Vosk.
Mom, Dad, can you send some people to help us?
well, see, here's the thing. Like, I could send it to Nadal, but I'm wondering if it would be better to send it to. Yeah, Vosk.
Okay.
Lester would be my suggestion. Just
Yeah.
because
I'm gonna do Lester. I'm familiar with Lester.
Okay.
Sending
Vosk, he would go out on his own.
Lester. Hey, Lester. We're at this place. I have discovered evidence of Nukova.
This is about a week, so you guys are just on the outskirts of Shinkadi.
Okay.
And it's a Nukalave.
Nukalave.
Yeah.
I suggest sending folks to take care of it. You
Okay.
can reply to this.
Okay. You get oh, okay. Sounds good. We'll send a few people out sometime in the next few days. Very busy here. City cleanup. You can reply to this message.
It doesn't work that way. And we just, above game, we just killed innocents by making that decision. Guaranteed.
So,
You don't know.
Question.
Yep.
Has Barry finished digging the hole? Would this
Yes.
have been enough time?
I'll say yeah. Through the course of the investigation, and yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna very quickly try to shovel the bodies into the hole.
Asher is going to help Barry carefully lift these very injured bodies,
Okay.
like respectfully.
Oh, he dug him. He dug the hole like right next to where they were sleeping, so he could just like scoop. He's a tiny guy.
Okay. Yeah. So
Gently.
you guys together, it's not going to take a check. You guys are able to get the bodies into the makeshift graves. I will give you both an inspiration point for that.
What's that, like inspiration number 5 for you, Lacey?
Actually, I've used quite a few, so right now I'm at 3.
So, all right. And then with that, you guys are just continuing down the road? Alrighty. So, I want you guys to go ahead. Is watch changing up at all, or are you maintaining the same watch?
Maintaining it would be easiest.
Okay.
Yeah, maintaining.
Sounds
Azure
good.
Would shift so that he's riding with Addie.
Okay.
If we're taking 3 weeks, I'll take a round with everybody.
Sounds good.
Baba booey.
Baba booey, baba booey. Okay. So
Beans.
Barry, go ahead and give me the 2 perception checks for your morning watch.
Oh my god. I'm gonna use one of my inspiration on one of those actually.
Okay.
'Cause I rolled a nat 1.
Great.
Oh, I rolled another nat 1. Plus 5 is 6. So I got a 6 and a 24.
Those are 2 very different numbers.
You betcha.
You bet your bottom dollar.
Actually, I'm gonna use one more.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for funsies. Now I'm down to
got
1
them.
inspiration.
Run through those pretty quick.
Oh, it's 11. It's fine.
Better than a 1.
Better.
Yeah.
All right. So with your investigation or perception, you're noticing a more dense collection of animals as you're kind of curving past that mountain range and heading toward the more open fields on the way to Sha'afel, which is odd. Doesn't seem like all of these animals would be converging into one spot. So it's
Can I roll
interesting.
a nature or a history check on that?
Yeah, whatever you. I'd say a nature check would be more
Cuckoo, cachoo.
correcto-roonies.
Is this the same day or is this a different day?
This
Nat
is
20.
the next week.
Okay.
24.
24. All right.
That is the
We're like here on the map. Helps if I use a color other than green.
Possibly.
On the green map, we're like right here
Hold on.
at that bottom south
Oh,
edge of the mountains.
yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys are probably about here.
Yeah,
As you finish that first week. Yeah, so it is odd. The way the animals are kind of coalescing. You can tell that half of these animals don't follow the same sort of migration pattern. So it's weird to see the collection of beasts in the same spot. You can tell that this seems to be in some sort of self-preservation.
Barry's just gonna kind of, while they're writing, just comment back, and it seems like the animals are running from something. Are they running in the opposite direction of us?
They're basically, you guys are following the same path.
Whatever they're running from is behind us.
Awesome. This is great.
Likely whatever the hell that was that destroyed the camp, the Nuclevi?
Nucalavi.
The baklava?
The Cherry
The
Jubilee.
Nuclevi Burton?
All right.
Baklava is a bit
Can-
dangerous.
Can
Adds on
Torch,
the pounds.
can Torch send Kala into the sky to see if she sees anything else?
Yeah, you can. We'll do that on your night watch, or do you just want to do this per what Barry said?
Per what Barry said.
Yeah. So go ahead and you can send call up and roll perception or investigation check, whatever.
That's a 21.
21.
21!
Kala, upon the investigation, just kind of says into your mental, into your brain through telepathy. It's strange. There seems to be no other wildlife here. It is not natural.
Torch relays this to the party and then goes back to bed.
Okay.
So it's seeming like everything is essentially evacuating the area, same as they would before a wildfire.
Correct.
Odd indeed.
Yeah, so there is that. All right, and then Addie and Ash, go ahead and give me your investigation checks, and if there are any conversations you want to have, go ahead and have them.
Perception, right?
Yeah.
I'll just give Addie advantage on the perception
Okay,
checks.
so then 2 perception checks, Addison.
With advantage. And just as they're riding along, Asher's
26.
26.
For the
So
advantage. Oh wait, for the first one,
Yep.
and then second one.
Asher
23.
just gives Addie that looks like, so I noticed Vosk wearing something before we left. Were you going to tell me about that? He's giving you a look like he's going to give you shit about this, not like he's angry or anything.
Yes, it felt right.
Felt right. Do I need to be shopping for a wedding suit? Oh, wait. And he says the activation word, and his armor turns into, like, a tuxedo with tails.
Incredible.
You're a little shit sometimes.
Yes, I am. But I will be absolutely honest with you, Addison. If you ever decide to do that, you could not have found a better man. He cares about you, deeply. And you care about him, that's obvious. And if anything, I think we're both already on a good step to not becoming our parents, so marrying a drow? Oof. The nobles, what will they say?
Yeah.
I know that's not what you meant when you gave it to him, but it is generally the purpose of that action. And as your brother, I approve. Not that you need it, or care, but I enjoy tormenting all of you. It's only fair.
Well, I'm glad that you have made your opinion known. I'd give no shits about it, but thank you, nonetheless.
Yes. I will point out the last 2 weeks, Asher's doesn't have one of his pistols. If you want to give him shit too.
Mm-hmm. So, I do notice you're running a little light on the weapon front.
Oh yes. Well, Marguerite was off back to Drugamesh when we were leaving, and I figured I'd leave her with a little extra protection.
You do realize she does not know how to use that thing.
No, I left her extra ammunition and a book on how to shoot. So hopefully by the time we all see each other again, she can at least hit the broadside of a barn.
I'm waiting for the sending message where she shot herself in the foot. Because of you.
It's not my fault.
Or someone.
It has a safety.
I'm glad you found that as a great idea.
I mean, I did shoot myself in the foot, so...
Twice, actually.
Yes, same foot. At least we were able to pay that cleric to grow my toe back. But no, I wanted her to have something. I can't be there to protect her. It's the whole point of us all breaking up, and this way she has a last resort that is kind of like me being there.
True. We did kind of go off the deep end, but you...
I shoved splinters under a man's nails. I don't know what you mean by kind of went off the deep end. I lost it.
I expect that behavior from me. Not you.
Yes, dear sibling, there are things you do not know, and hopefully will never find out about.
The same can be said for me.
I always thought we didn't have secrets. How naive we were. Barry, how's lunch coming along?
I've made some stroganoff. It
You
is
had open flame back there, and Ash is gonna stick his head back in the cart.
No, I've made conduction cooking system. It basically you heat up.
You need electricity to make conduction work.
No. All you do is you heat up metal using the heat metal spell. Yes, and then you stick things on top of it, and then you encase it in more metal, and then it bakes. It is like an oven, but much faster.
I was half expecting you to say you're just holding the pot over Torch's head while he sleeps.
No, Addie. So
I would love that. I would fucking absolutely love that.
Yes, Addie kicks Asher out of the front seat after helping them to get food. However, before he goes, they stop and go. There are plenty of things that you don't know about me, my dear brother. However, some of your behavior has been a little concerning of late. If you feel like going off the deep end or want to talk about that, I've already been there. So tell me about it. First.
Maybe.
Or after.
After we get back from what is assumedly a suicide mission to stop Torch's father, maybe I'll tell you. We'll talk.
I will get food.
Yes, did you want a bowl?
Yes, please.
Stroganoff casserole coming up. And he's gonna crawl back and
Okay.
Scene.
All right, Torch, what are you up to?
Torch is going to take some time, and he's just going to review his books on Tarnakum.
Okay.
Occasionally, he'll take some time to try and converse with Illustrae. And every now and then, he's going to cast Detect Evil and Good, just at random intervals.
Okay.
Because he's really freaking out right now.
So, as you're trying to reach out to Illustrae, what is the message? What is the intention? What is the outreaching?
He's still going to use the deck of cards that he got as kind of like a medium.
Yep.
And more so just taking a measure of, is he on the right path? Is things that he is doing, is he doing the right thing? Was leaving the folks there instead of avenging them the right thing to do? Is going on the ship the right thing to do? Is remaining in this party the right thing to do?
Give me
all that self-doubt, yo.
Give me a wisdom check.
Baba booey.
So much self-doubt. Illustrae pulls you to the moon.
That's a 23.
Okay. You feel the presence before even the voice comes to you. But as you turn around to meet it, you're no longer in the cart. You look to see Illustrae sitting on a silver throne in a room made of deep obsidian floor, crystalline chandeliers lining the ceilings, long stained glass windows seeping in moonlight. And she is sitting kind of leaned back on this throne, one leg over the other, kind of twirling her sword in her hand.
Well, damn.
She's just... It's odd because she's not saying anything to you. But she is just looking at you.
Does she look like she's pondering or bored?
You get an air of... There's a lot of deliberation on her expression. It looks like a few times she begins to start to say something, but stops very, very quickly. Almost as if she is not sure what to say.
So it's like the 3 dots when you're having a message with someone.
Yeah, it's like if those keep going, popping up and then stopping.
Oh God, I hate that so much.
But you see, she kind of she uncrosses her legs and kind of leans forward, twirling her hand as the sword just turns into starlight. And she just leans forward. What are you so unsure of?
Satan?
Sorry.
What the fuck was that?
I live in Texas.
Oh, that was a small penis mobile. Got it.
Holy shit!
That was
I live in Texas and my neighbor has a very big truck.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
You notice how I wasn't phased
Okay.
by it. You all three.
Okay.
Everybody.
Think
Very
about
intense
sad
scene.
dogs.
That was horrifying. Anyway,
That's terrible. I was like, I'm sorry, it'll go away. I have always been confident and that if I undertake something, I could complete it. I don't get that same feeling this time.
when it comes to what?
Defeating the Ember Prince.
Do you not think yourself strong enough? Do you think my gift's not divine enough? You can sense an air of frustration. Not necessarily directed at you, but it's present.
It's not a matter of them. The gifts that you've given me have proven beyond amazing. And I know for a fact that I would not be here without them. But for the first time in my life, I'm getting a picture of what's going on outside of my little world. These beings of celestial power that are waging war against each other. Do you think I can win?
I wouldn't have put so much of my own faith in you if I did not think you could. I've lived on this world for a long time. And that time is coming to an end.
Hold on. Time out. Back the... What?
You can see she stands.
Are you dying?
And she is in her avatar form, so she's like 10-15 feet tall. She does shrink down, which is the first time she's done this, to match your size. Yes. I can feel myself splitting. Tearing and turning into something I'm not.
Is it your mother?
No.
Is it my father?
No, I think... I have just hit my limit. And you see she takes her hand, pushes it into her diaphragm, into her chest. Doesn't look painful. It looks almost as if she apparates inside. And you see she pulls this crystalline material. It's cracked, and the color and it seems to be seeping. And it begins to lift above her hand, spinning in kind of a repetitive motion. This is a divinity stone. These are things that make beings more than human. They are very rare and hard to come by in any lifetime. But my mother, you know the story of my mother.
Evil spider lady.
That's the propaganda. That's what the good priests want you to think.
Wait, Illustrate's priest?
Any priest.
Oh.
My mother was once a very good woman. A loving sister, a powerful mage, and a caring mother. When Tiamat, in the first Scale Scourge, ruled over Aosha, who do you think the first fate touched were? The gods themselves. Moradin, Coralon, Lolth, Pelor. We were but people. Coralon and Lolth were brother and sister. What? You see tears begin to fall from Illustrate's face. My mother was solely responsible for creating the first vestiges and perfecting the magic implementation. Coralon took that and banished her to the Underdark because he was selfish. And he wanted the credit, and he wanted to be a worldly hero. He got that. And my mother spent centuries in the Underdark growing mad, disillusioned with the world, the people living in it. She grew hateful, monstrous. Not because that's how she always was, but that's because that's how they made her. So I feel that is why she is looking so heartily for these vestiges. If my divinity stone is so fragile, hers must be fading even more quickly. Gods are not eternal. The Wild Mother, she has been more than one being. The Moon Weaver, she kind of gestures to herself. There's been more than one being. There was Sehanin before me, and now there is me. think you're ready. And I think...
Right now, goodbye.
...that when Lester takes my spot, you will become his champion. Her hands touch your face. I believe in you. And you see apparitions of Addison, Asher, Barry, Nadal, Marguerite, and Vosk stand smiling next to the throne.
How is he gonna take your place if your Divinity Stone is damaged?
Some vestiges harbor Divinity Stones.
Like the crown.
Fractals. Exactly. Fractals of pure divinity. Celestial essence from the astral sea dropped into a physical manifestation.
Is that what your mother was trying to do with Voss, to create a new Divinity Stone?
To create a new her. Yes. But that was thwarted. And the Divinity Stone is not with the crown anymore.
Do you know where it is?
I do.
Stop it!
But that is a conversation for another time.
Okay.
She takes the Divinity Stone back in her hand and plants it into her chest again.
Sure you don't want me to try mending on that? I mean...
She does. She chuckles. No.
Sure Barry has like some duct tape or something, some super glue, or...
I am happy with my mortality. I wish to see an old friend again. Someone I miss very dearly. And I am okay with that. But I'm sure I still have a bit of time left.
Well, I can't pretend to understand that, but I respect it, and I appreciate your faith in me. I promise you won't regret it.
I know I won't. She slowly walks up, sits back on the throne. As you turn and you're back in the cart, that is where we're going to take our first break.
God damn!
You are a cruel, cruel man.
Why?
I love it.
Guys, thank you for hanging out and enjoying this. I didn't expect the lore dump to happen today, but it happened today and we're here.
I'm channeling Divinity anymore.
So, we will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Go ahead and please make sure to get some snacks and water for yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. And we will see you sooner than later. We will be right back, my friends. Bye.
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 I am broken. I am broken.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Yay!
How we doing?
My goddess is dying, and I'm unhappy about it.
Well,
You're gonna take a dad away from his kids, man. It's not cool.
I didn't fucking do
Got pepperoni
anything.
and Powerade. I'm pretty
You
stoked.
are God. You do everything, sir.
I didn't.
You
No, he-
killed those people in that tent.
You did. You made me cry. You promised you wouldn't.
We've all
I
hold
said
that
with
against
backstory
you.
stuff, I don't want to hear it anyway. So,
You said with anything. You said it wasn't going to be an intense session today.
Okay.
it wasn't. It hasn't been.
Torches rolls.
Torch, you.
Yo,
At this point, you are now back inside the cart as you know it. As you kind of assess where everybody was, what you knew. Looks like maybe just seconds have passed. Nothing crazy.
when I cast sending, is it more of
Your-
like I'm thinking the words, or is it spoken out loud for everyone to hear?
I say that's up to you. You can do either or, I think.
It actually specifies in the spell you can do either or.
I don't think it does. I think it's it's just like ambiguous.
I would like to send a sending message to Lester.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Hey, buddy. I know you're busy. Just had a heart-to-heart with Lady Illustrae. How you doing? You can reply to this message, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
As opposed to the last time you messaged him recently, he almost immediately responds. Things are fine. Busy isn't always bad. Do you want to cut the brass tacks here, kid?
Second sending spell. Did you know Illustrae was dying? Question mark.
There's a bit of a hesitancy, and it is the siblings manning the cart. Give me a quick perception check.
Oh, son of bitch.
Siblings?
Yep.
Both of us, or can I give?
You can give
Addie.
Addie advantage if you wish.
I will. Actually, I'll just do a roll. So straight rolls for both of us.
Okay.
Would that?
Wow.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay, Addie.
Do I hear that?
Addie got a 26.
Oh, 26. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
And I got the natural 20.
You
which
both
is a
got
20.
26?
I got natural 20 plus 6.
You
and Addie
guys,
got an 18 plus 8.
as you're walking, or as you're manning the cart down the path, you see a pillar of moonlight smack into the path ahead of you.
Is Lester standing there a la Thor?
That's my spell!
Lester is standing there a la Thor.
Just standing there, bitch, what?
Addie, how far in front of the cart is
5 feet. Like he
Addie, like, is pulling on the reins?
Yeah,
like it's-
Asher's grabbing the reins too and just helping yank.
he just kind of, you see, he's got his sword in hand, his moonlight sword. Where's the kid?
Oh, Torch!
Okay, you said it like very slow, like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Hi!
He does point the blade up to you.
Oh fuck!
You and I, we gotta have a conversation.
Ah, fuck me.
He
What is going on?
he like flips the blade and slides it back into the sheath and just kind of begins to walk down the path. In the meantime,
Misty step up to him.
okay. In the meantime, is there anything the siblings or Barry are doing in this moment in time?
We were eating stroganoff.
So you're just so you guys
It's now all over the fucking ground.
Barry's holding his casserole dish, looking very dejected because he had just served up Torch. And Torch has run away.
Yep, so you guys are just eating lunch?
Asher is just staring dumbfounded and then kind of leans into Addie. Did you know he could do that?
Not that exactly. But I figured he could do something powerful like that. If you excuse me. Addison sets down the stuff, and now Addie's gonna eavesdrop on this one.
You're gonna okay.
Try and sneak up on him.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh god!
And then Torch, Lester's gonna roll a perception check.
Does Kala get one too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
26.
well, Torch got a 1.
Yep.
And Kala got a 9.
Yeah, Lester rolled a 10. Addie, you're gone.
Yeah.
So you dive into the wood, but like adjacent to them. So as they're walking forward, you're like keeping pace.
Yeah.
They do not notice you. All right.
I'm just imagining Addie doing like a slight run and then literally like a diver off a diving board into the leaves.
Oh yeah.
No splash. Holds up a sign that says 10.
Jesus Christ.
I'll mute myself now.
Lester is looking at you. She told you.
Yeah. She told me a lot of things.
Like what?
Gave me a little bit of family history and explained to me the nature of divinity and how I am rather ignorant of such matters.
I was just as surprised, honestly, when she told me everything.
How long have you known?
After we killed Tiamat. We had a bit of a conversation. When Nadal and I got back to Zendrix. We talked. I don't want to build.
Does anyone else know?
Not really. I want to keep it quiet because I don't know if it's true.
Not to mention the fact, as soon as people start understanding you can kill gods.
We made that pretty clear when Tiamat and Mistra were 6 feet under.
That's valid. So I imagine that you've been looking for a way to fix it then, right?
Ideally.
And that's not going well.
No, these divinity stones, whatever the fuck she calls them, they're hard to come by. And, similar enough to Tarnakim, but it's different in a lot of ways. I thought maybe we could manufacture some of it. But none of the vestiges we have anything remotely close to a divinity stone. The only one that does is he kind of pushes his hand up, showing his blade. Is this one.
Wait. There's a divinity stone in that.
Yeah.
So why doesn't she just take that back?
It's not that simple. The divinity stone is almost alive in a way. It's this symbiotic thing. When I attuned to this sword 30 plus years ago, that Divinity Stone became mine.
Shit.
And yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
It isn't, because we got to figure this out.
I'm not going to pretend to understand the divine nature of beings, but from what I understood, it almost seemed like she was comfortable with it.
Yeah, because she's been alive for thousands and thousands of years. I wouldn't want to do that either. But
Do you not want the job?
Torch, I have kids. I have a man that I love very much. And I have a people that I have promised to lead. Letting that go to sit on some chair in the sky? That's not the way I've ever done things. That's not how I plan to do things.
Well, I guess what we do now is we either find a way to fix her Divinity Stone, but again, not pretending to understand the nature of divine beings, but if she couldn't find a way, I'm not confident in that. I'm not saying I'm not going to try, because I understand. I've seen the way that you look at Nadal and your kids. I wouldn't want to give that up either.
I've always wanted to help people, kid. And, she has helped me through so much. I can never live up to that. I could never be that.
What happens if you die? I'm not saying I'm gonna knife you. I'm just asking, if something happens and you die, what happens to your Divinity Stone? Before you ascend and take the throne.
It shatters.
Fuck! What are you doing out here? There are monsters out here!
I have killed a god.
Valid, sorry.
It's... That's the issue, kid. If I die, it dies with me. But I have a lead. And I have somebody working on it.
All right, well. I trust you. And I know that you'll do the right thing. I'd like to think at this juncture in our relationship that you can trust me too. So, is there any other surprises I should be aware of? Any other mystical islands or soul rocks that people get pulled out of their chests that live in swords?
There's a Divinity Stone in Yelenor. Don't tell the others about this.
I would never tell anyone else about the Divinity Stone. It would be very rude of someone to be listening in on this conversation and like private, intimate moments between a cleric and their deity.
Metagamey.
Just a wee bit of metagaming.
Don't be metagaming.
Did it make sense to you that Vosk was so raring to go to get the off there? That he was so dead set on heading in there as quick as he could?
I thought he was just being his normal eager beaver self.
He has the other Divinity Stone.
Oh, the son of a bitch!
He wanted, and rightfully so, needed to get that out of Lol's hands. But he hasn't bonded with it yet. So we're doing research on it to make sure that it could possibly be used to repair Illustrate's Divinity Stone. But this is all crazy shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So when he managed to get that Divinity Stone out of the crown before they rigged him up on that thing and tortured him, he endured that to keep that away from Lolth. And I think he made the right choice. Nadal and I disagree on that.
Well, Do you think the Ember Prince has a Divinity Stone?
I don't think so. It's not like candy. You know, you can't just find it wherever you go. We know of 10, 15 vestiges of Illustrae. This is the only one with a Divinity Stone.
All right.
I gotta go back.
I get you.
But I had to tell you. I had to tell
Addison
you.
walks out of the woods at this point.
Zacchaeus!
Oh, shit! Okay.
Asher about to lose a sibling.
You, before you can even react, Addison, Lester is at your throat with his blade.
Oh, fucking hell.
Low to the ground, both hands on it, pushing it. And you see
Addison,
an intensity on this man that you have never seen before.
Addison
Are they visible
reflexively
to
draws.
the cart?
They're not.
Okay.
Addison reflexively draws their sword.
Don't ever do that again. I do not want to take your head off. And
Addison drops the blade.
He sheaths his sword and takes a couple steps back. He does pat you on the shoulder, Addie. Okay, well, now they know. Shit.
I was going to leave it and not let you know. But I trust Nadal far too much to let you know, Lester.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, this is so awkward. I don't like it.
How much do you know about me, Lester?
enough.
I'm trying to be better, and Dolph's helping me through that.
I know that.
But what you just said, there are far too many people involved that are important to me to let it go unsaid. I won't say anything.
Does Lester know modify memory by any chance?
From what you said, doesn't seem that Eilish wants her Divinity Stone fixed. However, I do not wish to see Nadal hurt. Either. You are very important to him and the kids. And I am far too attached to Vosk to let anything happen. And Torch, you may not trust me completely. I trust you a great deal. So whatever it is that we can do, I'll do that. Because Nadal didn't give me his sword for nothing. Addie reaches back down and picks up the rapier. And sheaths it. So I don't want to betray that trust.
I understand. I get it. Vosk and Nadal and we're very similar. Very quick to put ourselves on the chopping block to help everybody else. Vosk didn't want to put you four in danger when it came to the Divinity Stone. That's why he didn't say anything. That's why he was so quick. Trust me. He had words with me. I understand what operating on a team is like. When you keep secrets, he looks to you, Torch. When you lose faith in the people you're running with, people die. Not just innocent people, not just your friends, you. What I need you guys to do, focus on the task at hand. If your eye is off the ball with the Ember Prince, you're going to die. That cannot happen. Do you understand me?
Yep.
Good. Go back to the cart. Tell your brother and Barry whatever you gotta tell him. Whether it's the truth, whether it's a lie, that's up to you. I trust your judgment. Both of you. I'm not going to tell you what choices to make. Got it?
Yep. All good.
He turns around, he takes off his blade, and he swipes up, and as soon as he does, another pillar of moonlight launches as Lester is gone. So it is just Torch and Addison standing in the road.
Hi.
Hi.
So when I was 6, I stole some cookies from the neighborhood pastry shop. I never apologized and I never told anyone. Just so we're getting all that out there. Now it's your turn.
I'm sure you have been wondering since we left if everything Ophelia said was true. It was. George, you might have said that you've lived your life very selfishly. I think I might be the epitome of that. Asher doesn't know. And I don't intend on telling him unless it's absolutely necessary.
That's fine. And for what it's worth, Raphael thinks you're a pretty stand-up person.
At least he's honest. In that case, at least. And honestly, no one can really blame him. My suggestion for when we get back to the cart.
Lester was updating us on the status of the family that we found vacationing. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm not saying I don't trust them, but the fewer people that know about this, the better. I'm kind of wishing I didn't know about it.
The world is a strange place.
Yep.
Go back to the cart. I'll follow 2 minutes behind you.
Torch is going to head back to the cart.
Okay. So you guys go back to the cart. We're going to pop over to Asher and Barry. What are you guys doing?
Asher has been staring in the direction their sibling went.
Okay.
This whole time, just like that kind of like frantic energy of just like listening as hard as he can for screams of pain or help.
Yeah.
Like totally thinking that fucking Torch is about to be murdered by Lester.
Okay.
He very much is under the assumption this is not a normal visit.
Sure. Okay. And then Barry.
Barry, after he's had a couple minutes to be dejected about his stroganoff,
Fair.
he's gonna go outside the cart and scout around behind them to see if he can see any more animals or any weird.
Sure. Give
stuff.
me an investigation check.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
If it'll ever roll. Hey, 18.
18. It's quiet. No animals that you can see within your vicinity. Everything is clear and quiet.
He's drawing a smiley face in the dirt with a stick.
Understood. Asher, after a little bit of time, you see Torch walk up alone. And after a couple more minutes, you see Addison follow up as well.
Asher, like, visibly relaxes. Like, the tension just kind of eases out of him, and he picks up his new bowl of stroganoff that Barry would have probably set beside him.
Probably.
Since his old bowl was on the ground from having dropped it to not run Lester down.
Yep.
What was that?
An update. Minor pep talk for Torch. Apparently he's been
I'm in
having
trouble.
questions.
I'll just roll insight on the obvious deception checks that are going to be needed there.
Yep, so go ahead and roll deception. You can both either roll a deception check, or the one can offer help and give advantage to the other.
You're trying to beat a 25.
I will give advantage to Addie.
Okay, Eddie, you are rolling deception with advantage.
Well, that won't be hard because I just got a nat 20,
26.
so it's a 26.
Son of a bitch!
They...
Do I have advantage from Barry's insight?
Barry's
Barry's
drawing
Barry's
drawing a smiley face, so no.
Barry's like, I don't give a shit about any of you.
Addie's telling the truth. No issue there.
It's like a lot just to give a pep talk, but communication
know him.
isn't exactly easy.
He's always
know
been
how-
eccentric.
Time's wasting. We need to keep going.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
You guys are
Eat your
continuing.
dinner. Barry worked hard on it.
Oh, I love
Cooked
stroking
it
off.
over your head while you were sleeping.
All right.
That is our headcanon. We use Torch's hair to cook while moving.
That's our headcanon? My head? Huh?
I mean, I could build you a headcanon.
I hate it here.
I think that's our first I hate it here of the episode.
I hate it here.
Do not worry, Torch. I did not use your head flames to cook our food. I promise.
Oh.
Okay.
Addison,
Next time.
if it's still Addison's shift, Addison will hand the reins to Asher
Okay.
and start eating.
Sounds good. All right, and then so that is the end of your second week of travel.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and roll me, each of you. Just give me one investigation or perception check.
All of us individually.
Yep. Because I'm assuming we're just keeping the same watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was going to switch over to ride with Barry for the third one, but yeah.
Oh, you can, yeah.
But
May I
already
roll
rolled
mine with advantage?
If Asher's offering the help.
Yeah, I will
Yep.
forego the number that I had already rolled to give advantage because it wasn't great.
It's okay. My advantage die was lower. I got a 14.
14?
22.
So got that inspiration hanging around.
14, 22. Addison.
11.
Wow. You guys are really rounding out this journey in the best way possible, huh?
Uh-huh, yeah.
All right, cool. Love to see it. All right, yep. The last leg of the road, uneventful. Nothing happens, but you guys do end up in Shazzos without any true problems. You guys ride up in your cart and you see this not gated city, but this looks like a hasty collection of smaller sub-cities. So there are some little smaller parts that look like an individual village, and then you see a bigger, like, common area with shops, different sorts of, gooderies, food, all of that things. You see other sorts of
Do we
businesses.
see any cheeseries?
Give me an investigation check.
It's been a long time since we've had some good cheese. So it was either
It's
cheese
some
or
Gouda
wine.
cheese.
Oh,
Is there
God.
anywhere that specializes in charcuterie?
Did you roll investigation?
Yes, I did. I'm waiting for the thing to pop up. That's a 12. Looking for cheese, wine, or charcuterie.
Addison's looking for a place to charter a ship.
You're not finding anything you're not finding any charcuterie boards.
Wow.
Been so long since
Wow.
I've had a good charcuterie.
Whoops, sorry, wrong music.
Parcheesi. Isn't that a game?
I have no idea. So you guys do ride up. You're looking for a place to charter a boat. Addie,
Yes, I am.
go ahead and roll an investigation check.
26.
Dang.
Jesus Christ.
That's my sibling for you. Got them good stats. Got that good.
Got that good. Yeah. So you roll and wait, you did you look around as soon as you get into Shathel, and you do see a line of ships toward the shore, but as you're looking, you do see that the shore it's a beach, but it seems to be a collection of black obsidian rock and dark grainy sand. It almost looks like a beach made of pure broken glass.
No cussing.
For 10 minutes?
No.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I'll set a
If you
timer.
didn't get it, hydrate, please.
Yep, I did.
If you haven't already.
Thank you.
While they're doing that, Barry's gonna look for like a postmaster or like carrier pigeons or something, because he has written a cute little note for Rooney.
Okay. Yeah.
We need wholesome in our edgelord.
As you've gotten into the city, there is like a postmaster. It is in the pretty close to the entryway of the city, where there's a bit of a more small village-like aesthetic. So you can see it's like a collection of different village pods surrounding this big city center. There's a lot of overgrowth, like natural overgrowth, kind of built into the city. So the different like stoneworked buildings kind of have these collections of vines and moss and different patches of wildlife that kind of naturally grow on the buildings. It seems to not be seen as a hindrance or a thing to be taken down, but a sign of their beauty. The natural.
I want to live here.
The natural environment of Zendrix growing atop of the buildings and the architecture here.
That's adorable.
So, but yeah, you do find a postmaster. You see a man. He looks to be a falconer. Is a portly human man with big mutton chops and some swept back hair. Bit of a widow's peak. He's wearing a white overshirt with leather pants. He's got a huge leather glove and a large falcon on his arm, who seems to be tying letters to it and sending it off.
Cool. Hello. I would like to send a letter, if possible.
Ah, a letter. Sounds good to me. Where are you sending it?
I'm sending it to Yelenor, to Runharn. He's a scientist at, I don't know the name of the castle.
Wait,
Corthier Castle.
Yep.
What is it?
Corthier.
Yeah.
I just have the Eisenlied.
No, it's Corthier. Corthier.
He's one of the head researchers at the Corthier Castle.
Well, we don't get much in the capital, but I would be happy to take your message. Have you already written it, or do you need paper and a quill?
Oh, I've already written it. Thank you.
Ready to go. I appreciate that. Well, would you like this sent express?
I would like to send a letter.
I'm picturing express as being two sparrows carrying a coconut that holds the letter in it.
Would you like to send it expeditiously or at the normal rate of speed?
Yes. Normal rate of speed, I presume. I was not aware that there were fast birds.
There are quite a couple.
Cool.
I could talk to you about the birds if you like. They're mystical creatures, well and truly.
Yes, please. You can tell me all about it.
All right, so this
we'll just make a montage.
This one is Lilac. He starts petting the red-feathered falcon on his glove. And after about 15-20 minutes, as he's breaking down the juxtaposition between why an owl is quicker than a hawk in all actuality, because they are night hunters, and...
It's because of the soft feathers.
Exactly.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm rambling. So if you wish to deliver that, I could probably give you... I need about 10 gold.
I think I can do that. I have no idea how much gold I have. Yeah, I can do that.
Great.
He puts his hand out for the letter.
Yep, Barry just hands him a cute little wax sealed letter envelope.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it. He ties it to the bird. You see he speaks, what languages do you know?
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Undercommon, and apparently whichever one starts with an I. Infernal! But I can't speak it.
Yeah, he doesn't speak any of those languages. You see he speaks a different language to the bird, and you see the bird almost just kind of nods, and it immediately just takes off.
That was really cool.
They're quite cool. They're quite cool. Is there anything else I can offer you today?
No, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Philstein.
Philstein, it was pleasure doing business with you.
Wonderful to fucking meet you as well.
Oh my god. All right, we can curse now. Cancel the timer.
I got it.
Whew.
Alrighty.
Do you want to know what was? Do you want to know the letter? It's just an update on everything that's happened. Like,
God damn it.
very, very painstakingly written out the way that Rooney would have taken it.
I know it. Alrighty.
God.
So, Addison, you find this charter. Are you telling everybody else?
Yeah.
All right.
So Addison will grab everybody. Well, it looks like appear to have found someone to, or a place to at least charter a boat.
I met a really nice falconer named Phil. I forgot his name.
Phil-
Philoctetes.
Philstein.
Is
No,
he right
his name
there?
is now Philoctetes.
Yes, I followed you. Didn't you know you just adopted me as a child?
Hello, father.
Daddy.
Papa.
Apparently, I have young son now.
I'm not very young at all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just adopted a grandfather.
I'm pretending you're younger than you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Addison, how much is this gonna run us?
Had Addison?
You hadn't gone there yet. You just found
Yeah,
it.
no, I just found a place. If you want me to go negotiate myself, but I figured it'd be better to have the group there,
That's valid.
or at least myself and you, Torch. I feel like we'd have the best chance of negotiating.
Let's get her done.
This is true. I do still
Never
have social
use that
anxieties.
sentence again in that context.
Get her done.
All right. So, is it just Torch and Addie heading toward the shipwrights?
Asher would have joined them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barry
Barry's
as well?
gonna tag along behind. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are walking up as you are. Asher, I need
Yes.
you to go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
What? Why?
That's not the name of the show.
It's a 14.
Okay. And I need everybody to roll a perception check.
I can do that.
Oh, fuck, man. Okay.
21.
I will ask.
A naughty
I pass
20.
The saving throw?
I also
No.
got a dirty 20.
Then
Please
I'm going
stop
to
calling them naughty
burn a
20s.
reaction to make that an 18 with my arcane deflection.
It still does not
An
save.
18?
Correct. And none of you guys notice.
A 21 doesn't notice?
Correct?
Whoa, dang.
Oh, what just knocked me in the head?
So, Asher, we're going to pop to you for a little bit. You guys are just walking down the trail. Everything seems to be fine. Asher,
I just got kidnapped, didn't I?
you feel a hand go over your mouth and drag you back into an alleyway.
Wouldn't Barry see this?
Alec got a 23.
He's in the back of the very back of the pack.
He must have got distracted by something real
I probably
pretty.
was like looking at something and the group walked past me and then I turned to keep going and got
Oh,
yanked into the
dang.
thing. It wouldn't be the first time Asher like stopped to look at something and then had to catch up. It probably happened a few times throughout this whole.
You you're not knocked out or anything, but you are tied up.
Yeah, he's not resisting.
Okay.
He's being calm.
Yep.
The moment they take their hand off his mouth, I don't have much gold, but whatever it is yours.
They're not saying anything. They continue to drag you down the alleyway, and you are taken into a stone building, where you hear the doors locked behind you, and you are sat in a chair in a room. It's not dark. The lights are on. Or candles lit. And you are left in there alone for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Would I recall the route they took to bring me here since I have keen mind?
Give me
I essentially have a photographic memory.
I was gonna say, yeah, you would have.
Okay, so I would know essentially what direction the rest of the group was heading in.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I doubt it's going to work, but Asher is going to point in the estimated direction of Addison and whisper using the message cantrip. Addison, I've been kidnapped.
You can actively feel that the spell does not go off.
Yeah, it's only 120 foot range.
You look up to see the ceiling covered in glyphs and wards. Actively.
They have not disarmed me?
They have not. And after a couple of seconds, you do hear a...
Come in!
Did you say it like that?
Yeah, he just like... It's that knee-jerk reaction of just... Come in!
The door opens, and you see a white-skinned tiefling woman wearing light tailed coat with silver pauldrons. She has an eye patch over her left eye. She has 2 rapiers at her sides. She comes to the opposite end of the table and sits down in front of you.
She doesn't appear familiar to me, right?
No. Hi there.
Hello. May I ask who you are and why I have been brought here? I
Well-
assume you're not wanting to harm me, considering you kept me armed.
No, very much do not want to hurt you, young man. Do not want to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. I was curious about you. I've been following your expedition for a little bit. Seem capable.
A little bit.
Last 2 months? Since you got to Corthair?
So essentially...
Since you got to Corthair.
Yeah, since we were initially at Corthair during that first 2 months.
Exactly. Yep.
Who are you?
I am a concerned party as it comes to Radani Boset.
I believe she's going by her legal name.
Yes. Well, I'm more so concerned about her relationship with Ukatoa.
What relationship with Ukatoa?
Oh, come on. Really? You're not seeing it?
I've spoken to Ardoni once, and I told her in no uncertain words to fuck off and die.
She hated that, I can tell you that much. She did not like that one.
She's a Stonebridge. We don't like being told to fuck off and die.
Huh.
I may not still bear the name, but I know my family.
I'm Ilivanya.
How do you spell that?
Illivyanya. Ilivanya.
Is she single?
Stop trying to fuck everything.
I have been a thorn in the proverbial side of Ukatoa's organization for a bit of time now. We had a run-in, he and I. It didn't end well.
Asher knows who Ukatoa is, right?
Yeah.
Like, that name isn't going over his head.
Nope. I assume Addison and Barry, through the course of like conversation, have given you some information on him.
Yeah, I feel like I would have learned at least a little bit, so
yeah.
I understood. Well, what's the saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend? Would that be a safe assumption?
Oh, of course. Very much so.
I mean, there's much more appropriate ways to have approached us. What can I do for you, Miss Vanya?
What's life without a little bit of flash? You know what I mean?
I mean,
come on.
Have you seen how I fight? It's yes.
Rudimentary, but good all the same, I would say. Yeah.
He literally like just that fake hurt. Just how dare.
She does tap on the table. No, I mean you're good and all. It's just
I'm still learning the world.
Yeah, that is
enjoying this little bit of
glaringly obvious. Your sibling.
I'm on a bit of a deadline.
Oh no, we'll get you to the shoreline before you gotta go. Trust me. They haven't even noticed you're gone yet.
Unfortunately, no.
No. Oh man. Regardless.
What can I do for you?
I know what Ardani's after.
He's very interested to hear this. Just leans in. You have my attention.
Good. Wasn't a worshiper by any means, but I was interested in this idol that had garnered so much attention from the continent of Yubari. The UNT, more so. Very, really need to go to Yubari. Very isolated and, stubborn tribes of people. They worship their set of gods. And
from what I've seen relating to them, you are correct.
Yes. But they have not... How do you say? They have not detracted from their worship in many years. Many, many, many years. Ukatoa changed that. And that makes me very uncomfortable. So...
He's not one of the traditional deities.
No. He came here from a long ways away.
A long ways away. What does that mean?
Do you want to take a trip? Do you want to take a trip?
Planet?
Do you want to take a trip?
I don't have time for a trip.
Well, time is not as cyclical and linear as we like to think it is.
Let's not get into the wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. I understand the theory.
Take a look. She pulls up the eye patch. And you see...
What the fuck am I staring into?
A vast collection of stars. And flowing spatial life. As you are transmitted into the astral sea.
What the fuck?
You're standing.
There's a gateway to the astral sea in her face.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Wait, no, I don't have a rocket ship.
You see, floating amongst the stars, writhing tendrils, serpentine-like beings, and monsters of varying sizes and makes. You also look to see what you imagine is a ship, but sailing through the astral sea. And on this ship is the same white tiefling that you were having a conversation with.
Did you just soul me?
And as you blink again, you're back at the table. She puts the eye patch down. Vision is 20/20 and all of that, but things can be seen from a different perspective.
I said you had my attention before. You have my attention now.
Are you aware of what the Astral Sea is?
How much does Asher know about the Astral Sea?
Get a history check.
Also, just for visuals, I'm imagining like Hellboy, the empty space where the elder gods are towards the end of the movie. That accurate?
Close enough.
Oh, that's not a great roll, so I'm going to burn an inspiration.
Okay.
And let's see if we can do better than a 13.
Better hope.
We can. That is a 17.
Nice. The Astral Sea is the vast collection of planes outside of the material.
Yeah, it's essentially the in-between space.
It's outer space. Within the context of this world setting.
Okay.
And from what you know, it is it has not been traveled to, it has not been seen, it has not been explored in any meaningful capacity.
It's discussed mostly in theory.
Oh, correct. Everything is theory because nobody has been there, or so you thought.
I know what I have read. I'm also well aware that most of that is absolute theory, since no one has figured out a way to make an expedition there.
Up. You're looking at her.
Yes, I was going to say that the ship was quite an interesting design.
Oh, you like a Spelljammer ship.
Obviously, I enjoy inventions and
Yeah.
interesting technology, but I feel like we may not have the best moment to discuss that right now.
Well, I'll be in touch, but all you need to know, the Astral Sea and the Far Realm, two sides of the same coin.
Far Realm.
The place where aberrations are born.
So the Far Realm would essentially be kind of like the Abyss?
The essentially. So it's the place where like abelisks and aberrations and all sorts of wild-mannered creatures hail from.
They're essentially the same place, just two different parts.
Exactly.
Of the same place.
Yep. And Uk'otoa is an aberration. A creature not of this world, not an elemental as he's masquerading to be, not a god. He's trying to assimilate us. And Ardani is the key to that.
Ardani is gathering large amounts of Tarnokum. I assumed it was for some kind of very large arcane working or mechanism. Taking into account an origin source, would it be safe to extrapolate that perhaps a enormous gate is being constructed?
I wouldn't say an enormous gate as much I would say You've seen the eye motif, right?
Many times.
On Uk'otoa, he has eyes all over.
Yes.
Where do you think mine went?
He took it.
We made some sort of deal. I wanted to escape the Far Realm. He killed a lot of my crew. So, I gave him...
How did you get there in the first place? Are you from Aosha?
Of course. There are many ways.
Long conversation with you when we have the time.
There are many ways to traverse planes. Happy to tell you. But yes, I was trapped. Far Realm for about 600 years. Something like that. Like I said, time is different. When I came back here.
Here.
And there simultaneously, yes.
Oh, that is...
It's...
Little swabbles and hurts my brain.
Actual torture, yes.
Yeah, I don't... That's in your head.
Well, it's not as much in my head as much as this is a doorway to...
I know, but that has to... moving on.
I haven't noticed.
Personal.
He makes these pacts, these deals, to create a tether to the material.
Above game, Asher understands how a warlock is made, right?
Yep.
He makes warlocks.
He does.
Each tether would give him a stronger connection here, allowing him more power.
And allowing him near free reign. See, creatures from other planes operate by rules. Uk'otoa is the exception to that natural rule.
Well, if what you're saying is the astral plane, and my understanding of the astral plane, being that they are technically not of a plane, they are the in-between, it would make sense that they would not follow the rules of planes.
Exactly. You are catching on very quickly, Asher, and I appreciate that very much. Very, very, very much. But you have a ship to catch.
One last thing, Miss Vanya. Because Ardani, as much of a cunt as she is my blood. Is Uk'otoa controlling her, or is she doing this of her own free will?
Well, my great-great-great-granddaughter is indeed being controlled by Uk'otoa. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
What the fuck?
Hey now.
Stealthy has like 14 new theories going now.
Hey now, my friend.
That was a
Hey.
dude. Yes, and I like this character.
Thomas
I like
just
her.
ran.
What? Where did
He had to
Tommy?
run to the door.
Oh no! Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck! I love it.
So,
I love it. I love you. You are amazing, sir.
wink.
Oh, so she.
Yeah, we got time. We got time for some
Wait,
conversation.
what's this lady's name?
Ilivanya.
Ilivanya. So she's not our ancestor.
Is she?
Ardani's mother's ancestor.
What the? Hold up. I'm having some panic.
Why? Everything's fine.
Does the name mean
this
something
is
to
a
Barry?
lot of no. This is just a lot of information all at once.
Asher wants to go on that ship. He wants to fucking go over it inch by inch.
And this is exactly. See, we got so much lore dump today because you guys surpassed the fucking little adventure I was supposed to set you on. So now we got lore dumps. I thought you guys were going to take the session and fight that thing. Nope.
Okay, yeah.
This is great.
So
Goddamn bitch, fuck.
since we're
Oh,
waiting
tell me
for
something.
Torch anyways, is she just like, okay, you're out of here, like end of conversation?
Yeah, we'll go for it until he gets back.
Yeah, tell me something.
Because am I just like shoved out of an
She
alley?
lets you go. She lets you go.
How long has this been? Like, how long has this conversation lasted?
Probably what, like a total of 10 minutes?
5-10
I was
minutes.
gone?
Yeah. And
So I just come wandering out of an alley, just hand to his head, walks up to Addison, puts his hand on their shoulder and goes, Ardani is not doing everything of her own free will.
Who told you that?
Her great-great-great-great-grandmother.
What?
I will tell you later.
Thomas's face. You missed the tail end of that conversation and me.
Good point to end right there, too.
Oh,
It's just
snap.
Asher's about to drop a fucking lore bomb.
All right.
Hey.
Fuck.
I have it.
I got that right. It was 5 greats? 5 greats?
Great grandmother.
Snap,
greats.
what
Okay,
you
I added
missed
an extra one on
is
accident.
Yeah, let's go ahead and fill time.
high
in.
key interesting.
No, I want Thomas to. He had to go deal with something. He can. No, she's a warlock of Uk'otoa, who made a deal with him 600 years ago in the astral plane. But because time's wibbly wobbly, she's still there in the astral plane timeline, but in our existence now, she is Ardani's 4 times great grandmother. Asher is now aware Ardani is not currently responsible for her actions.
Now, Addie's got to explain some things.
And that whatever Ukuto is doing, every time he makes a warlock, he's gaining more control in this world, but doesn't have the same rules as someone like Shazzos. And whatever Ardani's doing with the Tarnakim is to try and allow Ukutoa to take our world.
Oh my god.
And
what was the thing
what
that
we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to make
assimilate
some like tiger eye stones and make 3 temples that the stones are in to hold Ukutoa away.
And what did that lady with the pyramids say that artifacts like the one that Barry has was to make pets?
She did say that.
All
right.
And Ukutoa is not an elemental. He is not a UNT god normally. Whoa, this is a...
He's an aberration?
He is.
He's an aberration. The far realm and the astral sea are the same thing.
Yep.
Awesome. That's
Dear
great.
Mooney, it turns out all of our theories were wrong.
So that is
so above game. In game. I'll tell you guys that next week.
Yeah. Well, not next week. We got another break.
It's next week.
I'm going to be driving next week.
No, I know that one.
What do you mean next week? What? Hold up.
Yeah, we don't have game next week, remember?
Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out and watching this wild Lord
We're
Dumpy.
all
that was so
spiraling
good.
into panic.
This episode of Intelligence Save will start with our players introducing themselves and shouting themselves out. Lacey, go ahead.
Oh my god. I'm CertifiableNerd and I'm certifiably panicked and anxious. You can find me at CertifiableNerd on most social medias. What the fuck?
I'm I snap plastic and I is confused.
That's fair.
I am ShopGoblin _ and I want to go look at that ship.
Stealthy's like, I want to die.
That's StealthyStormy.
Okay.
Their brain is broken.
I have to rethink everything now. Okay.
Been rendered speechless.
Stealthy, stop coming up with theories. You're making Alec think of new things.
Oh, I'm StealthyStormy. Fuck this shit. I've been playing Addison.
Nice
I hate it here.
All right. I am Alec. I have been your dungeon master for this evening. You
And
can
mine.
find all of these amazing people. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to drop some really cool lore stuff that I've been sitting on since the campaign began.
Wonderful lore bombs.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. We will not be doing Intelligence Save next week. I will be guest DMing over at the Welcome Inn for their Cost Playground on next Sunday. So that'll be fun. Come hang out and show them some love. Yeah, with that, we are going to pop out. Oh, and this is actually a really cool setup for our guest. That'll be coming on at some point.
We're going to have a guest?
We're going to have a guest.
What?
You told us that. We knew about that.
I didn't know about this.
We're going to have a guest. They're in chat. All right, so hang out. We're going to drop you guys into a raid. And thanks for hanging out. It's been a fun adventure. We will see you guys in a couple weeks for InSave, but we will be back next Wednesday for Commune and Chill. So we'll see you guys there.
Bye now.
Adios.
Bye. We love you.
Bye.
Boy.